Hello and welcome back to RimWorld. Last time, we've basically been trying to come back from the whole, small debacle involving blowing up a giant psychic pod that fell down near our colony, and it may or may not have killed a couple people. I mean, Cherie is definitely dead. She is in one of these graves somewhere, I think. It's probably a thing. Is she in here? Yeah, she's right there. And Patricia is dead as well, and we're going to put her away soon enough. I mean, I don't know who can do that right now. Wilkins, as soon as you're done feeding Dorian, can you please possibly bury Patricia? Thank you. That'd be appreciated. But overall, you know, outside of the numerous deaths involved in taking down some terrible creatures, we're doing pretty well, actually. The colony's coming along quite nicely. What we do kind of need to do is at some point deal with the whole tattered apparel, which is a thing that continues to exist actually for quite a while. I generally ignore anyone's problems when it comes to their clothing. What the heck are you doing, Aiden? Oh, I see. Aiden can't stand up anymore because her right leg has been shot off. That is a pretty serious issue. We're gonna have to probably give her a peg leg. Oh, that is one of those dangerous things that we probably shouldn't do, but we're gonna do anyway. You know, that's how it's gonna work. So, in terms of clothing, I think it's about time we did some bills for probably t-shirts and pants, because I feel like both of those are just generally useful things to have around. There we go. We'll do 4 t-shirts, 4 pants, and if people don't want to wear t-shirts and pants, well, you can get over it. You know, we're still technically in a state of survival, so you have to, you know, take what is given to you, people. Don't complain about it all that much. So who's going to do this surgery on Aiden? Because somebody needs to. If we check out their skills, could be Bradley. He has 11 medicine. Magar's got not very much. Longnose has 2. We've got 2 here. Fedocia? Okay. It is almost certainly going to be Bradley, because Bradley appears to by far be the best person at doing any form of medical stuff. Okay, Bradley, are you prepared to cut off Aiden's leg? I hope you're prepared for that, because that's just about what's going to happen right now. Ooh, cargo pods. What do we have here? A bunch of meats. I actually quite appreciate that. We are, after all, slowly running out of food. And when I say slowly, I mean actually pretty quickly. We are very, very swiftly running out of food. And it's currently a volcanic winter, which means that things are going to go, how would you put it, rather downhill when we do eventually get into spring, because I'm not certain everything's going to grow. It's certainly not going to grow as well as it did before, but it might not be very good at all. It could be quite deadly to us. Look, we're going to ignore what could happen in the spring and just hope for the best now. That's probably how we have to do it. So it appears we are getting some wood. We do need a bit of wood for Aiden's peg leg. We do have enough of that. Okay, Bradley. You really need to deal with Aiden and her peg leg on the right leg. Okay. It is very important in any situation where you are giving someone a peg leg to make certain that you put the peg leg on the proper leg. Not very many people are happy when you saw off their perfectly functional leg and then replace it with a stick of wood. I've heard that that's something that is generally frowned upon overall. So, yeah. We're definitely putting on the proper leg there. Bradley is just going to get his wood, and that'll be all set up. Mal, you're going to join us, right? You're a nice actor. You could replace, I don't know, Patricia? Cherie? Definitely not Cherie. Nobody can replace Cherie. I mean, Cherie was the most peasant of all peasants that has ever existed. How could you possibly find someone to replace the most peasant of all people ever? It's not possible. Okay, Bradley? I'm just going to hope that Bradley actually knows what he's doing. I mean, he has a good medicine, but he could be faking his credentials. This could be one of those slips of the... Oh. Oh. Well. Good job, Bradley. He's just succeeded. He apparently has perfectly good credentials. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gotten some form of, like, medical license at this point. I mean, in saying that, he was not a doctor beforehand, I don't believe. Oh, he was a medic. Okay, never mind. He probably has actually had... Oh, no, he's a medical assistant. Yeah, okay. There is a good chance that he doesn't have a medical license from any place reputable and that he got one from someplace in this colony, which I don't know if you've noticed, but it's not like we have a reputable hospital or anything. We really shouldn't be randomly handing out that sort of thing to people. We are not at all qualified. Ooh. Mal, welcome to the colony. I would change your name to Patricia, but that seems like a bad idea. That would bring up some unfortunate feelings in the colony. What kind of a person are you? You are a nice, pretty good at shooting, social, crafting. That is perfect. Could you pick up some form of weapon just to, you know, protect yourself against bears, beavers, other colonists? Other colonists is a pretty big one, I do have to admit. They can be very, very vicious on occasion. It's not very good. Yeah, there have been more than a few times where there's been some form of social fight breaking out. I don't like it. It's not the best. If I were really some form of all-powerful overlord, I would have put an end to it, but I don't know if you've noticed, but we're only pseudo-powerful overlords, which kind of causes some problems in that. So, you know, we do our best. We do our best. So, we still have 2 prisoners who are currently just, you know, eating our food, feasting on it like some form of disgusting degenerates, living off of our colony without giving anything to it. I would execute them, but I'm pretty sure they're both perfectly fine human beings, and it's probably, well, I mean, Dorian Leon's was a coma child, so I mean, he's probably not very well adjusted. Oh, well, he does have good social skills, but apparently here it says it's mostly due to the fact that people tend to take pity on him. So, yeah, he might not be the most social of people in the world. Min Young Kim is incredibly freaking social. In fact, that's more or less all that she can do. She, yes. Actually, if we got her into the colony, Jesus, 17 social? Dude, everyone would want to join our colony at that point. Oh, and most of the volcanic ash has settled. The terrible volcanic winter is over. And before spring, which is perfect because we really need to get these plants growing if we're going to survive into the spring. We only have 162 simple meals remaining, which is, last I checked, not all that many, actually. Mal, you are going on to growing at some point. I mean, when we actually get into growing season. And that should allow for a bit more productivity on the whole agriculture thing, especially since we've added these 6 new fields into the situation. We definitely need to make certain we have as many people growing as much stuff as possible. So, okay, the new storage sections appear to be set up. That's nice. I like that. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give that somewhere around a 57. It's pretty good. We're going to put in some form of, I don't know, limestone block. That'll be fine. Spacecraft. Oh. Well, hello, Mr. Spacecraft Chunk. You're going to be torn to pieces. I know that at one point you were probably some form of amazing space tugboat or something. I don't know if they have tugboats in space. I mean, I imagine they have something. If a spacecraft does break down at some point, I mean, you got to get some form of structure to trade it back to, not trade it, tow it back to some form of shipyard to fix it. So I feel like something like a tugboat would be a good way to do that, and this is clearly a piece of a tugboat. You can tell because of the A4 ribbing on the outside of the hunk of metal that clearly indicates that it is a high-stress piece of... Okay. It's pure conjecture that it's part of a tugboat, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it somewhere around a 2 of my certainty, which is... I know that sounds bad. I know it sounds really, really bad, but I can assure you it's about as bad as it sounds. I will admit. It's not good. Anyway. Is Aiden back up and about? She is back up and about. Oh, and she's refueling the torch. Aiden. Are you the person who's been maintaining the spooky house of horror? Aiden, you are amazing. She is one of the most important people in the colony. Anyone who's going to maintain the spooky house of horror, which continues to be overall a pretty useless structure, it's not even all that spooky when you think about it. I mean, back when the colony was just starting, we had all of this, like, cool stuff. We could, like... we could imagine that it was super spooky, but now that we're a technological people and we use more of our intellect to consider whether or not something is spooky or not, it's quite clear that this house is just a house filled with dirt and a single torch and is in no way mystical. So ideally, we need to find something really spooky to put in there. I mean, we could put a deadfall trap. Just set it up right inside the door so anyone who goes in just immediately gets got by a deadfall. I don't know if that's considered spooky or just ridiculously dangerous. Like, stupidly dangerous. It's probably just stupidly... Who is this? Who are you? A blacksmith, McFly Aiden, calls from you nearby. He is being chased by tribespeople. He is also apparently Bradley's father. Oh, well, I guess Bradley's going to be able to veto basically any decision that ends in his father being killed. So, yeah, we'll offer you safety. Where are you coming in, Mr. McFly? There he is. Hello, Mr. McFly. What kind of a person are you? He's a medieval lordling and a blacksmith. Good for you, Mr. McFly. You are almost certainly not going to be that cool in this colony. Could you go get yourself an assault rifle? Because there's going to be a lot of people coming to try to kill us pretty quickly. Just saying, small problem there. There are some people who really don't like you. Everyone, to the defensive line, especially you, Taylor. You are lagging behind. Please don't bring the beaver that you were holding with you onto the defensive line. That is, oh my word, that is a lot of people. Oh, are these just tribespeople? Oh, that ain't nothing. Like, these guys are done for. I'm sorry, this isn't even going to be fair. Like, they're going to get torn to pieces in about 7... Steven! Steven, you don't have a weapon on you! Jeez, you are lucky we have these... Aiden! Aiden, this is unacceptable. Aiden, do you have good shooting? No, you don't. You are a terrible, terrible shot. Go pick up a machine pistol. Jeez, these people. These people have no clue what they are doing. Okay, we'll set them up on the defensive line. They're all ready to go. Well, I mean, for the most part. We've still got Taylor coming in. Taylor's going to fall into position there. We'll get Longnose a little ways apart. Luckily, given the fact that these are mostly tribespeople, we don't need to be too concerned about any explosives, which is usually one of the biggest dangers when fighting, I mean, let's face it, anyone. So I think we're going to do pretty well here. Aiden's going to move into position, and these guys are going to come around soon enough. I think they're trying to kill our pig. Why would you possibly try to kill our pig? That makes zero sense. I mean, I understand that it is technically a member of our colony, but... Oh, you better not try to kill Yoko! I mean, I'm not going out to save Yoko. I'm gonna level with you. Oh, no, no, they know better. They know better than to fight a full-on Muffalo. Oh, man. Okay, here we go, here we go. Everyone appears to currently be being torn to pieces. I think they just started fighting each other in the middle of a giant gunfight, which doesn't seem like a good idea when you think about it, but... You know what? I'm not gonna judge the, what is it? Redgo Lutrago people on their fighting style. The less effective it is, the better it is for us. Whew, well, guys, good job. You all just kind of completely tore those people to pieces, which was basically what was expected to begin with. Oh, my word. Steven, you have a 12 melee and only a 2 shooting? That's terrible, Steven. You need to be a lot better than that. Anyway, we'll get him some, probably just an assault rifle. You know, the charge rifles are a higher damage weapon, but the assault rifles are definitely a longer range. And I think it's better to equip more people with assault rifles and just have a couple people with the charge rifles on occasion. Because charge rifles, you know, they're nice, but the range is quite good. Especially when you're dealing with big, long areas like this. Oh my word, there's so much death out here. There's just so much death. Like, jeez. This is just an absolute killing floor here. You just turn this corner and you get bombarded by not only 2 full-on machine guns, and it could be 3 if we really wanted it to be, but also everyone with assault rifles. And I don't know if you've noticed, but these people, they only use burst fire. They do not care about aimed and accurate shots. They are all about just putting lead down the field. So I don't know why anyone ever turns this corner, really, especially once the first person has gone around. I'm pretty sure their body is immediately disintegrated by a hail of lead. So I mean, once you've seen your buddy get disintegrated by a hail of lead, I'm pretty sure you're either going to completely leave or, you know, maybe rethink your plan a bit. Just saying. Just seems like a thing that you would do. Oscar is a taster? What does that mean? Oh, taster for a medieval king. I see. Oh. That is a weird thing to put as your main profession, Oscar. But okay, I don't know why you're even here either. I don't feel like tasters generally leave kingdoms very often. McFly, I know you're very new to the colony, but I trust you, given that you are, of course, Bradley's father, and of course, most likely subordinate to Bradley, because, I mean, he is basically currently a president of a colony, which is, you know, just a bit helpful for the whole subordinates thing. Could you possibly do some trading with those people? That'd be great. We really need to close off this cavern to stop any potential bugs from getting out once inevitably a bunch of bugs show up in the colony. I swear, it's going to be a thing. We're going to have, like, a disgusting infestation of bugs, and it's going to be bad. Okay, what do we got here? What can we sell? We got some yayo. We got some smoke leaf. Let's sell off some of these weapons. We have a Molotov. Oh, they only have 65 cash monies. I'm going to level with you. That's not very good. What can we get? I don't think there's anything that they have to offer us, really. They do have a superior charge rifle for $2,000. Oddly enough, no, I take it back. We are almost certainly not going to have enough money to pay for that. I was going to try for it, but no. I think we'll just take what we can get from the drugs and then, you know, go from there. We'll get a nice 60 cash monies, and we'll bring that into the colony eventually, I swear. You guys, if you lay your hands on my silver, I'm going to shoot you to death. I don't even care. I mean, I've already not friends. We don't make any friends. I already made enemies with one other colony out here. I will do it with you, too. I don't care. I'm a loose cannon cop. It's just the way of life at this point. Okay. So we've got this McFly dude. McFly, can you do growing? Yes, you can, McFly. Welcome to the growing team. We need as many people to do as much growing as possible as soon as spring comes around. Yeah, get out of here. Go. I mean, they're still standing on our silver. I think they killed one of our pigs. How many pigs do we still have? Not very many. Iguana! No! The iguana is injured. Okay, can we possibly, can we, like, treat this iguana? Guys, come on. How do we treat an iguana? Is he already treated? Oh, good. He's already treated. No, his front claws. His front and rear claw have been shattered. Oh, no, I'm so sorry, iguana. We tried to protect you as much as possible. I'm glad you haven't died of hypothermia, because I feel like, iguanas aren't good at cold. But at the same time, we tried to protect you, but we didn't do good enough. If I knew you were being attacked, I would have come out there immediately. Oh, this is a sad day with the injury of our nice little iguana. Anyway, for now, that'll bring us to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we will return. We will see the miraculous recovery of our nice iguana, because our iguana appears to be more or less fine, which is a great thing. And then we will continue with the colony, building new clothes for people, as well as just generally, doing our thing. Probably need to make a caravan and head out somewhere at some point, although we do need more food before we do that. But anyway, until next time, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.